we will all have a connection with. And just like what you heard from Casey and you heard from Lillian, we will make sure that you have an opportunity to hear from the owner also. We start building this strong, and we will get his attention. We already have. When I saw Jerry walk across the stage, getting his promotions, I looked at Isaac, who is just this humble, like you said, Lillian, such a humble, beautiful man. And he winked at me, just going, "You're bringing in the right people." And that's why we're so excited for all of you to not only partake with us, but to help us build something that's going to be a legacy company. And that is my last build. I promise you. My husband's on this call. He will give you thumbs up on that one, right, Alex? This is it. This is going to be the big one. This is going to be the one that I've had lots of success in this industry, but I've never had this kind of success at the very beginning of a company where we can have not only an opportunity to change people's lives, but to really change the whole humanity, in the sense that the thing that I love more than anything is that this company believes that there's only one race, and it's called the human race. And that's all of us together. So it's unity like I've never seen before. So Muzafer,
Yes, ma'am.
Casey's been talking, and Lillian's been talking about Isaac, and I think that this group of people here need to know how special this opportunity is with the not only the ownership but the leadership of this company.
Yeah, absolutely. It's incredible, right? Leadership is, it's one thing that we've heard. Everything rises and falls on leadership. And when you have people that have been there before, when you have people that have done several billion, and I think people, when they hear that, they take it lightly. If you really stop and think about how much management and knowledge and intelligence goes into running an operation that big, and to know that they've done it before and they're going to do it again, is incredible. And I'm honored to be in that partnership group. But now we're attracting people like Jerry and Sherry and Casey and Lillian and Dr. Grace, and when you look at what Josefi has done in her career. And so the people that we're attracting onto this has been absolutely incredible. And then there's a lot of you that I'm just meeting for the first time. So what I'm going to do right now is talk about how to get started. There's 7 steps, and I just want to share these 7 steps with all of you. We're going to
recording.
Record this. Correct. Yeah. Jerry has to do that.
It's done.
Perfect.
It's not my first rodeo,
Right, my man. So we're going to start the recording on this. And what I would love is really simple, Jerry and Sherry, from the two of you, is I'm going to go through these 7 steps that have been taught to your teams. But it started with me going through them with Sherry. Even though you talk about someone that's made millions, Sherry came to me and said, Muzafer, I've been retired, and I want to know what you've created here with VIAGO. Obviously, she's a fast learner. Obviously, she's done this and can do it in her sleep. But what I loved was she took the 7-step system we had. She duplicated it so fast. When Jerry came on board, same thing. He said, I want to take the system that you have. When Casey came on board, one of the things that he said was, I'm a humble student. I love people like that. And when he brought, people like Andre, who is hungry, who is excited, who is learning, who is introducing. One of the things, and I can't wait to spend more time with Andre, but one of the things I love about Andre is he's not waiting. So many people think that they need to know everything before they start. I was always told that successful people get enough information to start, and they learn as they go. They learn enough information to make the next decision and the next decision. There's a difference between ignorance on fire, and I don't mean ignorance in a negative way. meaning that you don't need to know everything, versus knowledge on ice. What that means is some people are frozen, just gathering information, gathering, and they're making no money, no progress, no team, no success, just information. If you've ever heard that knowledge is power, it's not true. Action of knowledge can lead to power. All the knowledge in the world is still considered ignorance without action. Andre took off. He got enough information where he was like, I see it. And he started introducing, and now he's learning as he's building. So I just wanted to give a shout out to my friend, my new friend. And Casey, thank you for bringing him. I mean, you're just bringing some talented people, and, you know, same thing with Lillian and a lot of you. And I remember when I met Patricia, Josephi's mom, she was like, I'm ready. Like, it doesn't matter. She goes, I want to be first. And, you know, this lady, I'm not going to say her age because she didn't give me permission. Sherry did. But this lady is not what she looks like. She does not look her age either. So let's go through this. And I'm going to quickly go through these 7 steps. Jerry and Sherry, what I would love is, as I go through this, I want to call on you guys to emphasize a couple of points in your own words, in your own knowledge, and you know, you guys get it. You guys are professionals, but what I love is you're doing this. So let me go through this for everybody, and I'm going to share these 7 steps with all of you. So here's the thing, right? So when you look at these 7, I got to tell you, it's simplicity. Simplicity is our friend. And when I tell everybody, please take notes, and sometimes people don't take notes. I mean, there's Jerry, a multi-millionaire. There's a lady that every time from now on, when I say take notes, she's probably one of the first people that I think about. Her name is Unstoppable Tracy. And she is somebody that takes notes, and she doesn't have the blessings and gifts that we do of fingers. Think about that. She doesn't have the blessings that we do called fingers, and she still finds a way to take notes. This young lady is so impressive. She's never let the unique gifts that God has given her stop her from creating success. She's been such a blessing to this community, and I haven't even met her in person. Just the little bits I know about her, I'm just telling you. So every time I say take notes, the visual of my dear new friend, Unstoppable Tracy, comes to mind. So let's go through these 7 steps, ladies and gentlemen, because these are very important. Very, very important, because the faster you learn this and the faster you duplicate this, the more successful you will be. Step number 1. Step number 1 is, and will always sound simple, but it's actually a difficult step. And if you can do this, you can create success in anything. I promise. The challenge is it becomes a challenge for most people. So step number 1 is to make a decision. And everybody asks, what is that? What do you mean, Muzafer? I'm starting, like I've started. And I said, the decision is not to start. The decision is to finish this. That's the decision, is to finish. Do you know how many people started a business and didn't finish? Do you know how many people started a weight loss program and didn't finish? Do you know how many people started a project at their house and didn't finish? Like, I can go on and on. But to finish, if this is the first thing, you know, Jerry, you inspire me, my friend. You've said to me many times, thank you for your time and your commitment. And Lillian said it on our last call, is when when you guys say this to me, I want you to know something. The reason why Sherry and I are so dedicated and committed is because you and your partners have made this decision to finish this. That's a unique decision. And I would love, Jerry, just can you touch on this? Because I'm going to tell you right now, quitting is the easiest thing, especially when the going gets tough, especially when somebody that you love and respect says no to you in this business, especially when your closest friend or neighbor or business partner says no, especially when someone that you thought was going to crush this business, they signed up, they never got trained, and they quit. Quitting is something that most people do. And so, Jerry, why is it that you made a decision to finish this at this stage of your life where money's not an issue anymore? You've mentored and coached so many people. If you could just quickly touch on this before I go into the other 6 steps, I would really love for everyone to hear that.
Well, I think for me, the issue is that I wanted to move away from the idea that I think I know something because I can remember, repeat it. There's going to be some people who will be able to, like, verbatim do your presentation, but they don't have the results. You don't get results by just gathering data. You get results by doing. And so I just said, and this whole concept of finishing, especially in this industry, I must have had 100 people tell me, I've tried this thing before. It hasn't worked. Well, it hasn't worked because you quit, man. So I just think that the emphasis here is on finishing. I'm not doing another one of these ever. I am not. I'm all in. And does that mean that I've got time to do this? I freaking don't. I'm 67 years old. I'm just telling you honestly, like, I slept 4 hours in the last 2 days. I'm going like a crazy man. Am I busy? You bet. Do I have everybody sign up? No, most people don't. Who sells things in this world where everybody says it? Most people are going to decline no matter what you're selling. But if I've learned one thing, is you can knock me down. You can stamp on me. I'm doing this no matter what. And so that's my encouragement. I just know that this is going to work. I'm telling you guys, this is going to work. And that's why I want to be part of it. I'm not quitting. I will not quit. I'll tell you that.
I love it, my friend. And that's the reason why you have my commitment. You have Sherry's commitment. It's the reason why Lillian said on the last call with her top leaders, she was like, Muzafer's responding to us in the middle of the night, his time, because Lillian made this decision. So for those of you that make this decision, whether you're watching this video or you're live with us, you have our commitment. Number two is why. Why are you going to do this, and what do you want from it? Why are you going to do this, and what do you want from it? And you need to write this down. And Sherry, I'm going to quickly show something, but I really want to talk about, and when I say she's empowered women, she's empowered men, but there was something that Sherry did when she started, and hopefully she knows what I'm talking about, but she wrote something out, her why, on a mirror, and she stared at it every day. And so, Sherry, why is doing this important? And as you're thinking about that, before you go, all I want to do is this. I just want to draw out this part, and I want you to cover this attached to what I'm going to write down. So as you write down why and what, ladies and gentlemen, and the key to it is writing it down. It's really simple. I want to show you stability. There's 7 ways that we get paid. I want to show you stability. Our residual portion, in my opinion, is stability. This right here is you. This is your rank. This is the income attached. Most people know that if they work 40 hours a week and they earn a certain amount of money every hour, this is what they get. If I do this, I get that. Some people are on salary. If I do this, I get my salary. Like if I do this, I get that. We created the stability part of our business to be, if I do this, I get that. And this pays monthly, ladies and gentlemen. And so when you have 5 left and 5 right, you're considered a bronze ambassador. And I'm using US dollars of $50 a month. When you get to 10 left and 10 right, this right here is 200 US dollars per month. This is a silver. This is for everybody keeping the $99 membership. When it gets to a team of 25-25, this residual jumps to 500. This is a gold ambassador. 50-50, this is 1,000 US dollars per month. This is a sapphire ambassador. When it gets to 100, this is 2,000 US dollars per month. This is an emerald ambassador. When it gets to 250, this is 5,000 US dollars per month. This is a diamond ambassador. You heard Casey. He was a triple diamond. Triple. We don't have that name, but I'm going to show you what Casey did in his other company. Look, this is 500. This is 10,000 per month. This is what's called a blue diamond. 1,000. This is 20,000 per month. This is a red diamond. 2,000. This is 36,000 US dollars per month. This is a purple diamond. And then 5,000. This is 85,000 per month. This is a black diamond. Casey has done this in another company. When you've done it once, you can do it again. But here's what's more important. He can teach and train. I know that Casey's commitment, his ability, his talent, the minute he learns this presentation, I promise we have unstoppable Tracy. We're going to have unstoppable Casey. I really believe it. Casey will be doing more presentations than me. Casey will have people like Andre doing more presentations than them. Casey knows how to duplicate. What I'm kind of excited and nervous about, I really believe Casey will have black diamonds in Malaysia, not just him. He will have black diamonds in so many Asian countries. Now, what I love is Lillian is sitting there inside going, that's fine, but I'm going to empower more women to do more than Casey. He seems like a nice guy, but I have very strong women. Andre, yes, you will be a black diamond, my friend. I have zero doubt. Sherry Sharman, you have reached these ranks, and it all started because you wrote down what you wanted. Can you share with everyone how powerful this was and how by you teaching me, you taught me step number 2, Sherry. You taught me this. And if you could share that with everyone, I'd really appreciate it.
You know, I'm going to go back all the way to my beginning of my career, because there's some people on here that have never been in this industry before. And I want you to know that my number one why was I needed to learn how to be a powerful woman. And that I wrote on my mirror. It's much different than what I've written now. But back then I wrote, I am a powerful woman. And I looked at it every day, because my biggest fear in life was public speaking. So I took my worst fear and turned it into my career. Think about that. Now I'm inspired to talk to people. And now when Muzafer, my husband can attest to this, on our mirror in our office, I have on there, it says black diamond. And I put on there that I declare that something wonderful and prosperous is happening to me today. And I read that every day, because words have power. So whatever it is for you, black diamond is for me, because yes, I've done that before, but it's not about me anymore. It's about helping my team achieve that. We cannot wait to see you walking across the stage, getting that black diamond trophy, because I saw what the diamond trophy looks like when we were last weekend, and it is beautiful. It's the most beautiful trophy I've ever seen. And Muzafer, words have so much power, and everyone I have this on my computer. What does that say? I'm all in. Why? Because I remind myself every minute of the day, and I'm looking for people that are all in. It's not easy for people to do that because most people are so wishy-washy. They're up and down, up and down. Today it's good, tomorrow it's not. And it's like, we want people that are all in. And that's why somebody asked you to send them a text and let them know, are you all in? Send it to all the people, the leaders that are on this call. Let them know you're all in. That decision is going to change your life. And Muzafer, I love you doing these 7 steps. I've seen it hundreds of times already. And every time I love you, how you pour into people, because your passion is my passion, helping people live a better life. And it's working. Thank you so much for what you're doing.
Thank you. And for all of you, why are you doing this and what do you want? What is necessary for you? Is it sapphire money? Is it emerald money? And the reason I'm doing money at this moment is money is a means to an end. And so for some people, they're like, I need to get to $5,000 per month immediately. And we will help you. And then this I look at like a short term, right? Like a short term. And then what's your long term? You heard Andre, he's going black. I already know some of you. Black is your long term goal. Some of you will do it this year. Some of you will finish this in 2025. You will. Some of you will finish this in 2026. Some of you will finish this in 2027. But it's not just signing up. It's consistency of work. And what is the work? Exactly what I'm showing you right here. Number 3 is a list. There's 2 lists that I need you to make. Number 1 is a big list. Okay. The way that people design a big list is when they have no prejudging at all. You cannot design a big list if you prejudge. You cannot. The way you design, and there's a reason why I'm telling you to design a big list, because it's what I did and it's what I've duplicated. There's a big list and there's a concentrated list. The big list is for 2 reasons. One, I needed it for me. I needed to see everybody up in front of my eyes. Have you ever heard out of sight, out of mind? It's a saying, out of sight, out of mind. So the reason I did a big list was for that. How I did a big list, it was simple. My criteria. I'm going to give you the criteria to create a big list. If they breathe, write their name down. That's the criteria. And this scares people because so many people are worried about what people think. I'm going to help all of you watching this recording right now. Stop worrying about what people think about you. They think what they think about you already. They just don't always tell you. Let it go. If you were to open a sushi restaurant, would you keep it a secret or would you tell people? You don't need everybody to be your sushi restaurant partner, nor do you need everybody to eat sushi. What you need is for everyone to know that you have a sushi restaurant. Because me, being Muzafer, and I'm sorry if this offends anybody, I don't like sushi. I don't. I am a I'm a beef and chicken guy. I don't like sushi. I'm so sorry. Look, Lillian's whole face changed. Oh my God. I can't believe he doesn't like sushi. I don't think we can be friends anymore. You should have seen Lillian's whole face go, oh my God, what happened to Muzafer? Listen, I'm not a sushi eater.
I love sushi.
I know.
Love sushi.
Now, If you owned a sushi restaurant and you called me and said, Muzafer, will you come eat at my restaurant? My answer would be no. But I would come drink a Sprite at your restaurant because you're my friend, and I would bring my friend Sherry Sharman, who loves sushi, to eat at your restaurant. But I will never be able to bring Sherry if you don't tell me that you have a sushi restaurant. We don't need everybody to say yes. We need this big list because some people are going to be referral friends. Some people are going to be motivation for you. I'm telling you, you need the no's. You need someone to tell you no. You need it to motivate you. There's two things that motivate me. Two. Number one is when somebody tells me no. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure it's the worst decision you ever made in your life. That's me. And the second thing that motivates me is when someone says yes. It motivates me even more than when someone says no. Because when Jerry Roberts said yes to me and Sherry, I'm going to be so motivated to make sure he knows it was the best decision of his life. And that goes for all of you. Someone that says no, I'm going to make sure they regret it every day of their life. I'm going to make sure that when they see green or they see an arrow, they get a sick stomach. When they hear go, it reminds them of VIAGO and they get a sick stomach. When they that's what I'm going to listen. I know I'm childish. You know, as much as Sherry Sharman has taught me and helped me mature, I'm sorry, Sherry, I still have a child inside of me that is going to make people eat their words. VIAGO will be a household name. I know it. And so I'm telling all of you right now that I made a big list, and then this big list that I created, this big list, I took a picture of it. So when I talked to my friend and I talked to Joanne, and Joanne saw a presentation, I would send a picture of my big list and I would say, Joanne, I just want you to know I'm doing this with or without you. I would love for you to be on top. You see this list? I just sent it to you. I want you to be on top of all of my friends with me. Or, Joanne, you can be in the middle with them, or you can be at the bottom. What works out better for you? That's one of the reasons why I made the list. The other one was for me to be able to see in front of my eyes. Concentrated is because my mom told me, and she's here now. It's funny because I tell my mom's here for Mother's Day. And I tell her, I go, Mom, do you remember when you gave me this advice? And she goes, no, I don't remember. And she goes, but that sounds like really good advice. I go, it came from you. Like it came from you. You told me don't try and drink the ocean. If you do, you will drown, my son. This is what she said. She said, drink one bottled water at a time. And I'll never forget that. It's funny. Both of my moms are the same way. I remind Sherry all the time of advice that she gave me. And Sherry goes, wow, that sounds really good. I go, it came from you, Sherry. Like they're both amazing ladies. So my mom said, drink one bottle of water at a time. So my concentrated list is 40. My big list was 500. This was my first list. Then I made another list of 500. Like I kept making big lists. Concentrated was 40. Out of the 40, 17 said yes. 23 people said no. I had more no's than yeses. And I've made millions of dollars. And I've had more no's than yeses. Number 4 is we need to do a launch of your business. We need to do a launch of your business. This has to be within 72 hours of you signing up. Within 72 hours. The longer you wait, the more difficult a launch becomes. What is a launch? It's where you're going to invite somewhere between 3 to 5. Now you can get to 10, and that's great. Sometimes I have overachievers. Jerry Robert was an overachiever. I had to do 3 launches for him within 24 hours. Maybe it was 48. It might have been 24 because I think we did. Yeah, anyways. Lillian, overachiever. I told Lillian this, and she had 20 on her launch that were actually yes. Anyways, look, we try to keep it simple, but you have overachievers out there, just so all of you know. Okay, the launch. So we want to work on the invite. I have a video where I teach how to invite. You're going to be added, for those of you that become our partners, you're going to be added to a WhatsApp thread called Millionaire Mindset. When you're added inside of there, we're going to add the invite video for you, which will teach you language on how to invite. Right? Number 5 is the presentation. Now, we need you to get good at what Jerry said, which is the invite. I don't need you to do the presentation for your launch. I need you to learn the presentation to do it for others' launch. What happens is that when we did the launch for Casey, he didn't do the presentation, we did. Casey will be helping you with your launch. Lillian will be helping you with your launch. Like, this is what's going to be happening. When we launch for someone, the person we're launching for starts the presentation. When I launched for Lillian, Lillian was the first speaker. For Casey, Casey was the first speaker. For Jerry, Jerry was the first speaker. For Dr. Grace, Dr. Grace was the first speaker. Whoever you launch for, they're the first speaker. So, launch person is the first speaker in the presentation. The second speaker is the upline. So when I launched for Dr. Grace, Jerry was the second speaker. When I launched for Casey, Jerry. Lillian, Jerry. Like, this is how it goes. Unstoppable Tracy. I just love saying that. I really do. I can't even, I can't stop smiling whenever I say it. Just unstoppable. I just love it. Wait, sorry, I get off track easily. When we launched for Unstoppable, man, it just makes me happy. It was Jerry. Anyways, that's the upline. When we do something for Andre, it will be Casey. When we do something for Joanne or Jocelyn, it's going to be Lillian. Like, that's how it is. Number 3, I did Josephi's, and it was Jerry. Okay, so number 3 is the presenter. Which for a lot of these was me and Sherry. Sherry starts, I do the presentation. And then number 4 is normally the upline again, which is closing. Okay. So what does the first person need to say? This is the concern where people go, what do I say if I'm the launch person? Okay, what you need to say as the launch person is why you are doing this business. This should be 2 to 3 minutes. The launch person should be 2 to 3 minutes maximum. 2 to 3 minutes. Why you're doing this? You are all in. Your guests need to know you're all in. If they don't know you're all in, why would they join your business? I need to hear those words if I'm your friend. Next, this is a big deal. They need to hear that from you. Next, with or without you, I'm going to do this. And lastly, I'll love you anyways. Why I'm doing this? I'm all in. This is a big deal. 5 of you are here. I want you to know, with or without you, I'm building this. I already have a list of 500 people. You're just the first that I wanted to talk to. And I want you all to know that I'll love you no matter what. Let me introduce the lady that introduced me to. That would, you know what I mean? Like, oh my God, Sherry, that's so funny. Even though you didn't introduce me, that's my normal go-to, is the lady that introduced me, because you were my upline for so many years. Oh my God. That was a natural, like Sherry naturally is supposed to be my sponsor. It's so weird that she's in my organization because Sherry has been my upline. Let me introduce you to the lady. Like, that's how my whole life has been in this business. Kind of cool. She's in my business now. Anyways, number 6. I love you, Sherry. Number 6 is training. Training, my dear friends. This is the key to this business. I'm going to tell you right now. I've never met someone that has reached any of these levels, earning 10,000 or more without training. I've never met someone in my 30 years of doing this, of reaching this without training. Can you get to $50 a month without training? Yes. Can you get to $200 a month without training? Yes. Can you do some of this without training? Yes. I personally don't know of anyone that's done this without training. Hopefully that tells you. So we have trainings in the US, in Europe, and in South America. We're planning on doing an event in Singapore, Malaysia. Like, we're coming. But we need to build the area bigger right now. We cannot come for 5 people. We need 500. Let's get there. And number 7 is closing and following up with people is something we will help you. Write this down. Your fortune will be in the follow-up. Your fortune will be in the follow-up. It's the key. It's the key. I just want you to understand that it's that time right now. It's that time right now where we make the decision of we've partnered together and now we're going to go to work. I know what's going to happen in Asia because I've built big teams in Asia before. And sometimes it takes longer to start Asia because you need to find the right people. God bless us. Like, I can't believe the right people that have come to this company so quickly, but I can believe it because birds of a feather usually fly together. And it started with Jerry Robert introducing some of the most spectacular leaders on here. Jerry, you've changed our community in a short period of time. I can't explain it to you, my friend, but people loved you last weekend in Atlanta. You were humble, kind, grateful, absolutely amazing. And in the contest, you found out really that there was a contest 3 days before it ended, and you ended up number 2. You were 1 away from being number 1, like something like that. Like, and that was you finding out last minute. And your humility, your kindness, and your ability and willingness to be a student. My friend, you've earned my respect more than I can explain to you. Everyone that watches this is going to be lucky to partner with you and everyone that's here. Sherry Sharman, what can I say? You are a gift to the world. The way that my wife says it, you're an angel, and everyone that meets you knows it. For your husband, Alex, we wouldn't have any of this without his support. Alex, thank you from the bottom of my heart For those of y'all that are watching this video, learn these 7 steps. Let's set up your launch immediately. And let's get your business off to a fast start. And let's help you get your 6. If we need to do 2 launches for you, we will do 2. If we need to do 3, we will do 3. But get together with the person that brought you here. For those of you that are on here right now, like Joanne, connect with Lillian immediately to set up your launch, right? The same thing goes for everyone else, right? Like Natasha, we have to do your launch. Connect with Unstoppable Tracy and let's get that set up. But that's the key. So last but not least, from me to all of you, thank you for your time, your commitment, and for your trust. And the one thing I promise you is there's 2 things that motivates me. I've already told you about my childlike manner towards the people that say no. Those of y'all that are watching this, it's because you said yes. I give you my word that we will do everything in our power to help you achieve your goal, not my goal, your goal. So with that, welcome to VIAGO in this community. We can't wait to meet you at a training or at an escape, which is where you want to be immediately. And we can't wait to celebrate all of your successes. Have a great day, great night, and we will see you all soon. God bless. And that recording will go out, everyone. Oh,